Happy New Year.
It's the new year.
It's 2023 right now.
We are still at war.
Shit. That's a good segue to the opener I wanted to talk about.
Hold on. First, more importantly, I want to cheers these. Let's spin.
Cheers, well spin. That is a 16. Pretty darn tasty.
Okay.
Oh, are they different?
Yeah, yes. They are different. I'll tell you how.
I like mine better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yours has only half an ounce of the PB and 1 ounce of the fruit. And this has 3/4 ounce each equal.
Okay.
I wanted to see. Can you taste the third thing?
I don't remember what's in it. Drugs?
Yes!
Fuck, I gotta be home.
Anyways.
But, yeah, here's my opener.
Yeah.
You said we're still at war. I got a phone call today.
Oh.
From, like, I don't remember where. But, like, I have the ID thing now, so I can, like, block all the random fucking spam calls I got.
Yeah.
And it said official government agency. And I was like, what?
No.
So I answered. And it goes, this is the Department of Defense, blah, blah, blah. And I zoned out and was like, oh, shit, is it happening? I was like,
oh,
is this the draft? And then it was like, this is the Fort Gordon automatic alert system. And I was like, oh, what? Shit, I'm still in their system? Like, I guess something's happening in Fort Gordon, like a storm or something's coming through.
Oh,
but I was like,
it's, the ice storm.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be pretty bad.
Yeah, but I was like immediately as soon as I heard, like, this is the Department of Defense, I was like, oh, shit.
Fuck! Yeah, yeah, fuck that. So let's open this guy.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
We don't have poppers this time.
Yeah.
One, because we forgot, but also,
except for this.
Like, it's a mess. And I don't want to clean messes. I got stuff to do. Oh, that wasn't too bad.
I was worried.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I've never popped one of those. Like, ever.
Oh.
I'm terrified of them.
It's not. It really isn't that bad.
It's what everybody says, but I've had a Dr. Pepper, like a 2-liter, give me a black eye.
That's fair.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm never popping champagne. Unless I learn how to do the sword thing, because there's a sword involved.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
So dots or stripes?
Oh, you didn't say it right this time.
Circles or dots?
No.
Circles or lines?
Dots or lines, yeah.
Dots or lines.
You know I'm always going to say yes to some lines, dude.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna
Yeah, pour it properly.
pour this properly.
But we haven't done New Year's yet, as you can tell. We're filming a little bit in advance,
Yes.
as we usually do, because the holidays are fucking busy. But what did you guys do for New Year's? Like, did you have a good time?
Parties?
Who did you kiss when the ball dropped? Who
kissed
did I
Penny.
kiss when the ball dropped?
I'm trying to remember. I think we're going to Hibachi. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a hibachi thing for the first time. We're actually this is the first time we're like actually going out for something on New Year's that isn't just like to someone's party.
Yeah.
And then cheers.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year's. To the house.
To the house.
That's not bad. Anyways.
Prosciutto.
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 Peacock.
Prosciutto. Anyways.
You've never been to Hibachi?
Oh, no. I've been there.
Okay.
I'm talking about, like, this is the first time that, like, on New Year's, our plans weren't, like, hanging out until we go to whatever party. We're going to, like, go out to an establishment and have food in public and stuff. And then hang out with people. Maybe. I don't know. We still haven't cemented what's happening after. I just know we're probably going to do that. Maybe go to a cocktail place and then, like, hang out. But It's it's already been a fucking year. It's really weird because like I remember recording the last one.
Yeah.
It's so, dude. We put out this shirt this year.
Yeah. It feels like it was like a couple months ago, but that was fucking February.
Do you guys remember when we told you we were gonna drop a sketch once a month?
We're so busy, man.
Dude,
we're so busy.
It is the dumbest thing to like actually like we're like, yeah, it's easy, and then you're like, oh fuck, trying to when we work a lot. But I'm sure we are working on it. You see evidence.
Yeah, we're working on
things. We're slowly doing things. Hopefully this first week of January, I technically have off too. Mm-hmm. So if there's a chance we can film something, it'd be cool.
We can try. I'm supposed to go to MagFest.
Yeah.
On the 4th.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll
but
see.
I do have.
It might be maybe the week after too. I don't know. I've been hearing that.
I have Monday and Tuesday off of next week, and then I believe I have Monday of the following week off. They are holiday weekends, but my parents aren't coming down for Christmas. We're not going up because of the snowstorm. So
that's fair.
I'm going to be at home. But it's also kind of good because the kittens are getting spayed.
And you're going to need to be home anyways. Yeah, that's going to be needed. Dude, I feel so bad. You still like hearing them just go, dude, just murder.
It's only the one, but the kitten is getting close to that age.
Ooh.
So it's like I want them to get done quick. That way it's not 2 of them.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be fucking nightmare fuel.
Dude, I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah, I can tell. I feel bad. But it's been goddamn, I hate myself for that.
I'm gonna roll that down to an 8 because of that.
You lost 8 rolls for that dumb joke.
But yeah, dude, it's been a fucking year.
Yeah, I'm trying to just thinking about it doesn't feel like a lot happened this year, but a lot happened this year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to even remember honestly last year. I mean, we just kind of moved in.
Yeah.
So we were still getting used to the house. We're still kind of getting used to, I mean, we're used to it now, but I don't know. It feels like time warped way too fast.
It went like crazy fast.
Yeah.
What's wild is I'm also thinking of moving again soon. I pretty much have to move again soon. I cannot afford this place by myself.
Yeah.
But, dude, the year's been fucking crazy.
Dude. Okay, so you got cats. It's an understatement.
There's a lot more to that. It was parents were moving back up here, so I started to watch the cats. Grandpa passed away. Their housing stuff fell apart. I started. I don't want to call it talking because we were kind of dating, but I started talking to this girl. We came back to my place. Noticed that there was a cat that looked exactly like my cat was outside. Brought her in. Turns out it wasn't one of my cats. And then 2 months later, she just popped out 6 fucking kittens. So it's literally just been fucking nonstop all year, man.
That was so funny because I remember you telling me that. I'm like, God damn it, God, and that was early in this year. That had to have been
I got the kittens. Or I got the 2 original cats in February.
Yeah.
End of February. And then the 3rd kitten was roughly the end of May. And then she gave birth July 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my entire year has been cats.
Yeah, I remember that because I was the girl was around the time I proposed to Melissa.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was over at my house when we went to propose. That was when I built the giant fucking blanket for it.
Yeah, I walked in and that was still up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I'm really glad I didn't just walk in. There was a girl.
You also let my cat out, man.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, it was the pregnant one, too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your fault. No, there's no way she got fucked in like the 2 minutes that we were chasing her.
Realistically, too, I feel like we would have heard it. Yeah, I don't think there's really much secrecy to a cat fuck.
No, we would have seen it too, because it was literally like, as soon as you let her out, I dropped all my shit and was like, Brandon, get away! You're scaring her. I got this.
Yeah, it was annoying. That was bad.
Yeah, that was a really nice blanket for it though too, dude.
That was fun. That looked cool.
That shit was dope.
We definitely should do a blanket for it.
100%.
I think it'd be. I don't know what we'll do with it, but we can find a reason to do something in a blanket for it.
Dude, there's 2 episodes of my favorite TV series just devoted to a blanket / pillow fort. Like, we don't need a reason. We can just build one.
Do you think we could turn this into a fort?
The set?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't be very visible.
No. We basically just like cover the top, and they'd be like, we just don't. We see a blanket at the top of the screen, kind of floating in, and we're like, it's a fort.
Switch to the main camera.
Yeah,
I can make it work.
How with the cameras?
I can make it work.
Just cut holes in all the blankets.
Just cut holes in the blankets so the camera's there and there can zoom through. I can make it work.
Or the shot.
Yeah.
And we buy some really shitty blankets on purpose for that.
Oh, that's pretty much what I did. Yeah. I took all my camping stuff and like literally that blanket fort was like my camping sheets, my camping like shitty blankets that I wanted to throw out. Bunch of old beach towels and stuff. I was like, this is fucking dope.
God damn it, I was on the wrong camera.
That's okay. They don't need to see my beautiful face. That was good.
Oh, jeez. Dude, but this year, we are actually already prepping, doing things for next year, and actually are working on them. Like, it's not... We were working on stuff last year, but it's
yeah. I mean, we like started working on shit, and then we moved, and then I moved, and we were like, all right, we can start working on shit. And then I was like, Brandon, my grandpa died, and we were like, okay, let's take a pause. And then I was like, all right, Brandon, I accidentally have 3 cats now. And you're like, all right, let's take a pause. And then I was like, Brandon, I have 9 cats now, and you were like, all right, we'll work for next year.
Dude, like... Seriously, it basically became it, and now we're still gonna subtly work on the other stuff. I think that'll be worth just trying to get it down.
Yeah,
rework it.
I see it as like we're working on it slowly, but it's like something that we're doing to learn the process a lot more.
Yeah,
and like we can take all of that to everything else that we work on. You know,
I definitely feel like. Project that we wanted to do last year, we just super slow roll, write it, film it in mass bunch type thing like we kind of talked about, and then just only do those as a series.
Yeah.
Plan to get the whole thing done in one shot and then drop it. While once we get some of this stuff going, you know, same thing, kind of batch it a bit, and then we can kind of consistently start dropping a bit. But.
Yeah, 100%. I got to get better at the posting on TikTok, making the clips and everything too.
Yeah,
I say it, then immediately yawn. Like my body was like, "You're tired."
Yeah, what'll be fun is trying to keep up with making like cocktails, because I'm already like obviously, I don't know. I feel like obviously some of them when I have to, I feel like it's gonna take a longer time. We might end up doing them like once a month. Just because, like, filming the way we do...
Dude, it takes a toll on us, man.
It does.
Like...
Well, there's part of me that was even thinking, like, do we still do it that old way?
No. I think we changed the rules a little bit, extend the time frame.
Agreed.
Like...
Maybe shorten the beginning. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but we gotta find a way to make it feasible to film.
Yeah.
Because with 6 days a week, it's like we can it's still going to make a recovery day, but it'll be a lot less.
Yeah, and I'll probably be at your house that entire recovery day.
Yeah, we'll plan on you just being over here. But anyways, stuff we can talk about, kind of, I don't know. No, this year we're gonna. I don't think it's a secret. We're doing drink stuff and food stuff. Yeah. We've mentioned it.
Yeah, and people, like, that was our whole vibe when we started. So, like,
yeah.
Even your mom, like, when I posted the day we were recording, I posted that status from the page. I was like, I broke my toe. Brandon died. It's been a good night. She was like, are you doing that? And I was like, shh.
Yeah, basically. I remember saying, I was like, Mom.
I was like, I don't want to delete it because it's kind of funny.
But no one's also going to know. Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. It's fun. It was a great fucking time doing it. Oh, and it'll be exciting to try it again. I think the next episode, obviously, will be even easier. But we can work out trying to power through a couple.
Yeah.
I think it'd be worth it to really try and actually start trying to schedule them, and we'll try to be like, all right, like, even if we work these days, those ones are dedicated to whatever, you know.
I do not want to get too drunk before a work day, though.
Yeah.
That's my only worry.
No, if anything, worst case, it'd be like Fridays.
Yeah, Friday.
You just come home after work and just go right to it.
Yeah, Friday or Saturday. If we both work a Saturday, then be like, all right, we'll move it to Saturday.
Yeah, try to come home, get it set up, do what we can. If anything, I'll bring it all down as much as I can. So we got ways around it.
Yeah,
we're getting into the monotonous menage a trois of how we film shit.
Mm. Yeah, we have a threesome before every filming session.
Yes, whether it's
menage a trois means threesome.
That's not the word I meant. Oops.
I think you meant like menagerie, but I don't know.
Yeah, the menageries, but I don't know if that's it either. Either way, the bullshit. But terrible. It's fucking terrible.
Well, it's also like we're doing a recap. Like, it's our New Year's episode. We're recapping the year. Like, yeah. If somebody was like, "Oh, what did you do this year?"
I'm trying to even think.
Yeah, it's monotonous shit, but it's literally what we've been doing all year.
So I went on a couple trips. You went on a bunch of trips. We both went to multiple states this year.
Oh, shit,
yeah. You went to multiple Ren Fests.
Those were this year?
Yeah. They were this year.
Holy shit.
In multiple states. And then I went to Kentucky and Vermont for vacation.
I thought those were last year because I had the wedding this year. I know I didn't go to the Wisconsin Ren Fair this year. I went to the Ohio Ren Fair this year. Yeah. Texas and Wisconsin were last year. Because Gangler invited me to his wedding when I went to the Wisconsin Ren Fair, which was last year. Well, he had already invited me, but he invited me in person.
Wait, Wisconsin in person? The one that you just went to with Brandy?
Yeah. The wedding.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
God damn.
I went to the Ren Fair. It was last year when I went to the Texas and Wisconsin one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I did go to the Ohio one this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did. Okay.
Yeah. So technically, I've been Ohio and Kentucky, and then Wisconsin. Yeah.
Yeah. And I went Kentucky, Vermont this year. I think not Florida.
You went to Chicago too.
We did go to Chicago. Yeah. Oh my god!
Because I was at the Ren Fair and was like, "Fuck it, I'll just drive back." And like,
yeah, I went to Ramstein. Oh my god! And that is actually like, it's one of those weird things where like I feel like as a night as a whole, that Ramstein concert was the best concert night I've ever had. And then there's also. But the first performance I saw, I think was probably better. Just simply because, like, I was 3 people from the front row. And then also, I don't know, they still had both really, really good set lists. It was just, I was obviously way further back and it was a different set of circumstances. But, like, first time I just went with Mitch and, Alex. and then a coworker, Brian, he ended up just kind of like going off by himself. But like we got to, enjoy Rammstein pretty close. It was really cool. It was fun to see it with them. So the show was great, but like we didn't hang out or do anything fun afterwards. Versus like this one was a full trip. We all hopped in a car.
Yeah.
It was like me, Melissa, me, a woman I can have sex with, and like fucking three buddies. Like that was cool.
Who you can also have sex
right.
with.
I could, but I didn't.
Dude, your fucking facial pattern, you were like, no,
I could. I was like, legally I could if they wanted it. But, no, and then also it was really cool because I had a coworker that was going to because I was going, was like, fuck it. Me and my girlfriend are going to go too. So we got to meet them there and hang out and have a whole thing. And the actual thing of walking to the venue from our hotel and, in a city, it's not it was really cool. It actually was nice. But that was fucking 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Like 3 months ago, but still.
Yeah. Dude, I've been making like it's a joke, it's a jab against me, but also like it's also to semi raise awareness. That sounds shitty.
Raise awareness.
Like I've been like, oh, it's been a while since I've gotten any, and everyone's like, what? Like how long? And I'm like, when Roe v. Wade was overturned, and they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it like stopped like right after that. And like it's a jab that, oh, I haven't been late in a while, but it's also like, remember Roe v. Wade got overturned?
Yeah.
We should fix that.
Well, that said, we did do really fucking well at protecting it. I think every
Michigan wise, yeah, for sure.
I think every single place that it was up for like vote passed it to keep it. Like I think
I think Oklahoma said no. I have to Google again, but I know there was some places where they either said no or they were very close to saying no.
Yes, but it still passed. I was gonna say like I think almost unanimous. There might be one, but from what I understand, pretty much unanimously across the board, it was like, no, we're keeping this.
Okay.
Like, so that was a thing. That was a full fucking thing this year, and still will be.
Yeah.
Because
for a while, honestly, yeah.
Well, dude, that's gonna be the thing. Is this year's election year?
Yeah.
We're going into election year, which is like, I don't care which direction you sway. Right now, like, if the guy we still have as president runs, we're fucked. If the fucking dumb fuck that we had last time runs again, we're fucked. Like, it's not good.
No, it hasn't been good.
No, it hasn't been good, but we're extra fucked because the guy that we at least were willing to somewhat deal with before really fucked up. Like, we knew he was going to fuck up, but, like, it's bad. Like, his dementia came on way more than I thought it was gonna.
Yeah.
Way faster, but I guess that's what being a president will do.
Well, look at Obama, man. When he ran, like, he had a full head of like naturally colored hair and like barely any wrinkles, and then by the end of his 8th term, like you could see he was balding a little bit, fully gray, so many wrinkles, like he looked sickly. I saw him on an interview recently. He's looking way better.
So much better. Well, yeah, I mean, being the president of the United States is literally the worst job.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I would never want to do it. Like, the only reason I, like, in my mind think about, like, ever wanting to be a president is just because at this point it seems like there's so much ineptitude just in what exists up there that, like, I just feel like literally, like, I could probably run it okay. Just as long as I have like one or two dudes that can explain to me what's going on, kind of, I'd be like, all right, well, apply some common sense, because right now that's just not applied.
Yeah. Like,
let's not,
legitimately, I have actually been thinking about getting into politics, like running for something local and then like pushing from that to go a little higher, because at this point I'm like, years ago, I was like, oh yeah, it's the people. Like, we just voice our concerns and then they deal with it. Now I'm like, no one's fucking listening.
Well, what's funny is it's like this is what becoming old is. Yeah. Is what and I've actually thought about this now, is that unfortunately it's the thing that when you're younger you're like, oh, it's not gonna happen, and then it does. Yeah. Just simply because you're like, oh, like as a kid you have a bunch of blissful ignorance to what's going on, and then like I think it's partially that, but also the fact that we're in the age of the internet, and that now the internet is so much more powerful than it used to be. Everything gets exposed way easier. Yeah. So we can actually see a lot more things versus before. It was easier to believe in the lie they told. Now it's like, all right, well, how much of it? Everything they say is a lie. It's just like judging on what
percentage of it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and regardless of which way you sway.
I will say, like, it's generational wise, and including the advent of the internet and everything, it's getting quicker per generation. Yeah. Like, I got a lot more jaded when I like was getting out of the army. Yeah. So like mid-20s, you know. Yep. And like realizing it around then, but a lot of our generation, like, there's some issues here and there that they realize a lot quicker, but most of us are realizing it around like the past couple years, whereas Gen Zers are like, there's literally some guy from Florida who like is now part of
he's
is it a House representative or Senate something, Congress? I don't know. He's in one of those. Oh. The guy I'm thinking of.
I think this is something different.
Oh, well, he's a Gen Zer, and like he started realizing all this shit was kind of fucked up, and like he can't find housing. Yeah. In DC. Yeah. Like, he's literally a government representative now. Yep. And he cannot find housing, which
he can't afford it.
He did technically max all his credit cards out to run his campaign, and he couldn't work during his campaign because
he was
running his campaign. So sure, you could argue, oh, he can't get an apartment because he fucked his credit and blah blah blah. But like, that's the issue.
No, that's the whole game, is you have to be supported by people to run, and it's a whole thing.
He literally had to fuck himself in order to. His goal is to help others, so he literally had to fuck himself in order to help other people. Yeah. And like, that's the problem right there.
No, 100%. It's, it's no one's gonna work for. No one actually wants to work for themselves, and it's like, or only will work for themselves. That's the better way to phrase that. But I don't know. The funny thing too is like, even when you mention that, like around like 24 or 25 is kind of like when you were leaving the army, and that's when you started getting more jaded. That's when your brain
fully develops.
Like, it's the funniest. If for some fucking reason there's anyone younger than 25 listening to us talk for whatever fucking reason, when you turn 25, that shit is real.
There's a couple people. I don't know if they watched the whole episode, but they have told me they go back after like 10, 15 weeks and then watch through the episodes. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're like 22.
Oh, well, hey. Legit, that shit, it's fucking real, man. Like, it's somewhat subtle in the first day or two, but like 25, like, it really does, like, out of nowhere, shit just starts kind of popping at your head, like, oh, that's why I was dumb then. Like, not even, like, shit that you knew you were dumb for, you, like, you are twice as dumb now for what knowing everything, because you're like, oh, there's just a common sense barrier that pops in. For most people, and honestly, the ones that don't have that, usually have a lot more problems. So that's the least of the worries. But It's it was crazy. I remember it happening, and
it's like
same with 30. 30 did it to me too.
Yeah, 30. Like I was very fucking busy all of my 30th year, but like literally there's so much shit. We turned
30.
Yeah, we turned 30.
We entered our 30s.
Yeah, we're old.
God.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I could say. Do you want to top off? We still got a half hour to go.
we got. Yeah. Unfortunately, now that the cocktails are closer to their final form, they're very good.
Yeah.
So they go really quick. But
dude, honestly, like
we're this far in. It was a peanut butter jelly old fashioned.
Yeah, it's really good.
Working on it. I could not taste the bread.
Me either.
And I'm very disappointed because I actually did decent effort in it, and it's not there. I honestly, what?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Ring or put some croutons on a stick like a Bloody Mary.
I was literally about to say that's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Is essentially make a crouton to like literally just toast or some bread or just some toast and put it on the on a skewer. Maybe put like a cherry on the bottom.
No cherry. Whatever jelly you use in it, make a puree. Mm-hmm. So it's not really a jelly, but make a puree. Put that on there, and then make a slightly creamier, more watered down like peanut butter to put on there as well too. That way, when you're done with the drink, you have a little baby fancy PB&J. Oh,
see, I was thinking, I didn't even. God damn it. I'm so mad at myself right now. That was just like 20 seconds of me going.
We've been doing this for a couple years.
Well, let's be fair. The Switch is still like only.
It's new, yeah.
And it's still. I mean, okay, it's not new. It's 20 episodes old at this point.
It's still for us is new.
Well, it's also hard because I'm trying to. Watch, I'm actually trying to. Once I get in discussions, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just fucking around. I forget that I'm like doing this thing.
Dude, I had that. Sorry, I'm tangenting. I had to go to the doctor's yesterday for like the ADHD and the potential autism and stuff. Like,
just subtly throws that in.
Yeah, fun fact, probably. But the last time I went to see the doctor, like, he even pointed it out to me. The last time I went to see him was like before lockdown.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't go see him in person during 2020 because of the lockdown, and then I couldn't see him in person in 2021 or any of this year because every single appointment, like, either he got COVID or like someone close to him got COVID because he's seeing patients all the time,
Yeah, it's gonna
happen.
Like,
it was all teledoc for like 2 years, and then I saw him this year, and he was like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen you in forever. Like, I remember who you are. You were the army guy." And I was like, "Yeah, I was the army guy," And he's like, "You were so like stoic last time. The way I sat in the chair, talked to him, I was like, I was really nervous, man. But this time, he was like, it's weird. He's like, you're talking to me like we're on a podcast." And I was like, oh shit.
Did you tell him that you do one?
I told him I did one, and he was like, oh, okay. He's like, do you know what masking is? And I was like, yep. And he's like, do you think you're masking right now? And I was like, yep.
Probably. That's so funny.
Yeah, but he was like, you're really chill, and like you have something to say about everything that we talk about right now. And I was like, yeah, I've been doing a podcast since 2020. And he's like, yeah, do you know what masking is though? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's funny to figure out how to talk about nothing when you're filling air, especially when no one's listening.
Yeah,
because that's the thing is like, at this point, I've thought about it realistically. Like, with the tiny amount of people that listen, it's just mostly like the only person we know for sure at this point is Ivy.
Yeah.
Everyone else that I'm not 100% sure if they still kind of listen subtly.
I think they watch they probably do what I do, where they wait for a few episodes to come out and then
Binge.
they watch through, or listen while they're driving or something.
Yeah,
which is totally fine, understandable.
But it's been
also like we're still putting out more and more content, which is good because like if it does ever pop off, like someone's gonna be like, damn, they got like 200 episodes and they're gonna watch through everything. Like,
no, 100%. It's the thing that we joked around about, that we're like, look, for some fucking godforsaken reason we actually take off on this thing, there's a lot of shit for people to catch up on, because it's going to be like, and this is kind of where I was going to, was that us purposely, almost like not purposely, but just like almost purposely not promoting the podcast on like Facebook and Instagram and all that shit, and just uploading and seeing what it does. It's fun because when we do glance at the analytics and it says like, oh, we get like, we have only 5 views on this video, but like the average view time is 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's at least the like couple people that are watching or through it in the background.
Yeah.
But
and also I don't watch us on YouTube anymore. I now that I have the computer, I download the video because I'm going to use it to make clips,
Yeah.
So like I
fair.
download it and then I'm watching it like from my computer. So like our watch time and our viewer count is no longer skewed because we're not watching it from there. So it's not going to be like, you have 6 viewers, average watch time 48 minutes, because we would skew the average.
And 100%. And I stopped downloading the audio one. Which is still funny because, like, okay, if the audio guy's listening, whoever you are.
Yeah. Who are you?
Like, yeah, we got one. It was funny to like, because every like couple months I glance at the audience
Podbean,
random, and so like I saw the last month I noticed that, I think I talked about it on here, was that there was someone from California. I was like, huh, and then I thought it was funny, and then so this month I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at the December ones, and luckily, I guess for my sake of wanting to know this, there's only one listener that's still listening on audio, and it's a person from California. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, the California guy or girl or they-be.
Yeah.
Is they-be offensive? I don't know. I think it's cute.
They-be.
They-be, yeah. Because it's a combination of they and baby. You're my baby.
They-be.
They-be.
That's offensive.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm sorry if I offended you.
But California person, if you're listening still, fucking, who are you?
Come say hi in the comments of the YouTube video.
Or like just
or
like,
don't, I don't know,
fucking
whatever. Just keep listening. We like
message us or something. Like, I want to know who you are.
I don't know
anybody from California.
I would laugh so hard if they were like commenting in like our audio thing, but just I don't.
Yeah, we don't ever check the comments on there.
Well, I'm not full stop. I don't actually know where to look to find the comments on there.
I don't either.
I don't think I've ever been notified that there was a comment to check, so I don't. Or a review. Like, it's just funny to see like our downloads once in a while. You're like, oh yeah.
Dude, I'm bad with the comments now. Like, we were real good about it before, but like, we legitimately just get like messages that are like, hey, I'm the promoter for Ghost Jewelry, and I think you'd be a great fucking ambassador. Just, message this other random account that didn't message you, and we can get you some free swag.
Yeah.
And then your viewers can get 10 to 15% off of stuff. And then I look at the page, and I'm like,
fake.
Nah.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it's mostly due to the fact that we're both tired and busy, and so like just doing this alone and trying to schedule the other stuff is hard.
Dude, I mean, look at this week. Like, today I have to be home by 6 because the cats are getting picked up for labs, and then
it's lucky that
tomorrow
we're
I have to be
filming
home by
early.
6.
We're filming early.
Dude, we legitimately like, it's the holiday season. We're not doing jack shit at work. Yeah. So today we legitimately were just like, it's 2:30. Technically, I get off at 3:30.
Yep.
And then we all just started packing our bags. We're like, I'll take the hour. It's cool.
Yeah. Once it gets to that holiday season, you're like, all right, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
The hours at home matter more than the money Depending.
Yeah, depending. Right now, I do need the money, but yeah,
I've been.
What happens.
I'm unfortunately at that point where I'm just so sick of overtime that I'm just like, dude, just give me a month of regular straight time. That'd be really nice. Like, I could, because it's Christmas, I could definitely take overtime money again.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is the problem is like with the way my work is they purposely fuck us out of our overtime because they'll send us home during the week.
And then bring you in Saturday?
Yep, because we don't have parts and I work for straight time on a Saturday. And so it's like I'm working 6 days a week for not even getting overtime pay. And it's just, it takes its toll. Like, how many of those weeks are we supposed to do? And then they question, why is morale low? Anyways, enough depressing talk about work. But, getting back into talking about us, what we're going to do this year with the channel. I think getting these food and cocktail videos up, at least like starting and finding a routine, making it more feasible to film. At the very least, there's part of me that says like, for the sake of it, maybe we do just start filming like cocktail videos
separately. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just batch those out and then try and do our best to fucking... Because that's the problem.
I think with that, but also like, I think like we need to keep that same vibe where you can see that we've gotten drunker. So if we do it to where like we batch out like 5 or 6 of these in one day, like by the 6th video, it's going to be like, oh wow, they're fucked up right now. Like,
but then it's also like the reason that we are doing it that way is so we can film one.
We film that into the next thing. Yeah,
I will say, having started editing that first episode, like it is noticeably funny that we're already
kind of trashed
like,
at the start.
That's the problem, is like what makes it hard to film is why it's funny to us. But will it be funny to other people?
I think it will.
Or are there going to be people that are like, bro, these guys are 30, why are they getting fucking why are they getting absolutely trashed for a video on YouTube? And I'm like, I don't know, it's what we wanted to do.
Dude, I think it would,
because it is fun.
It is fun, but I think it would also be funny if like we took vacation time, like we do it on a Tuesday.
Look, like here's the thing: is like there is the thing that like just because my life literally needs it, I'm going to try and get FMLA because it's fucking like I'm gonna need days off.
Honestly, I've been thinking about it this month as well too, because I got really sick with the flu, and then my migraines have come back like so fucking hard this month.
That's the thing, is legitimately like at a certain point, like because we work 6 days a week, like there's things that I literally just need to be able to take days off to do, and I can't because they give us 5 for a whole fucking year, and then they don't compensate making you work 6 days instead of 5.
Yeah, like I legitimately like I don't think I've worked a Friday this month. Because I got the flu at the beginning I had the migraine at the beginning of the month. I got the flu, and then I had the migraine again, and now we've got the holidays and stuff. And I feel bad because like it's literally like, you know, we're not really doing anything at work right now, but it's also like it looks bad that I'm constantly taking off a Friday, but it's also like that migraine and that flu was happening on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then when Friday rolled around, I was like, I fucking can't.
You're like, I can't drive.
Yeah. Like,
you were messaging me that like you were like, I found a comfy spot on the stairs and I'm debating if this is just where I go to sleep. Literally, you were like, but I need to go get water because I threw up.
What happened when I went down the stairs to get water?
So like, it's just, it's.
I went down the stairs to get water, and this really sucked, and it's gross. It's a little TMI, but I went down the stairs to go get water. And like I have my giant like Tupperware container, Rubbermaid for the kitty litter. I have a hole cut in the top and everything for them.
Yeah.
And I literally came down the stairs and was like, "You're gonna throw up now." Like, I turned, looked in, and was like, "There's no cats," and went. Like,
I mean, if there's a place to throw up, it's the place where there's absorbent liquid or stuff that absorbs shit.
I texted you and was like, "I have to clean the kitty litter." Like,
I'm not gonna lie. So, like, the very first thing that have passed through my mind when you said that was laughter, because I was just imagining you, like, having just thrown up, being like, all right, now I gotta change cat shit.
Yep.
And my vomit, and just, like, you, like, just scooping at it, just like...
Oh, I didn't even scoop. I didn't even scoop. What I did was I
dumped the whole thing?
I took my trash out of the trash can, and then I put 6 trash bags into the trash can and just dumped it in.
That's fair.
Tied it off, and, like, I didn't take it outside until the next day, but I, like, tied it off and then just bags. Like, poured more litter into the box and was like, okay, now I need water. But then I had to throw up again. So I threw up again. And then I got water. And then I went to my couch and I saw your text and you were like, "You should probably take tomorrow off." And I was like, "No, I'll be all right."
Everything's fine.
And then the next day I, like, woke up and, like,
called off.
Like, legitimately, like, could not see my TV. And, you know, I have that 70-inch TV that's, like, 6 feet away from my couch. And I, like, opened my eyes and was like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
that's a problem.
Yeah, I tried to send a text to my boss and was like, looking at it and was like, "I'm sorry, can't come in today, migraine bad." And I looked at it, like, later on in the day when I was feeling better, and it literally looked like a drunk person texted him where it was like, "I'm sorry, can't, migraine." And then I texted him back and was like, that last message, I'm really glad you understood it. I was like, that migraine was awful. Like,
I couldn't see my 70-inch screen in front of me. Yeah,
but
that was bad.
Yeah, but I've legitimately been, like, looking at FMLA again, but I keep hearing, like, horror stories about it. Like,
see, like, at my work, they've started making it harder to use, but, like, I'm literally, like, if I use a day a month, it's just more of the fact that literally I don't have the ability to, and that is so ungodly stressful.
Dude, it's
to
awful.
Just like no, I can't.
Not getting sick days or anything. Like, I'll be the first person to be like, we have this massive project. We need all hands on deck. Like, I'll be the first person to be like, yeah, I'll be here Saturday, Sunday. I'll fucking stay late.
Yeah.
But, like, if there's a day where, like, legitimately, like, those migraines, like, it is not safe for me to drive.
No. Well, like I when it comes to me, is like literally like I'm not holding on to my P8, my personal absence days for actually any reason. It's so that because the winter, like, the snow is supposed to come, so if it gets really shitty, I need to be able to call in because I drive 45 minutes and I have a long drive, so that can be an hour and a half, and if it's that bad, I'm not just going to do that. So I need to literally be able to call off.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't, 5 days is crazy. That's, like, I don't know.
Like, I get 2 weeks PTO.
See,
and, like, even that's not even that. That's not enough.
See, what's the funny thing is, like, with where I work, they get around it by saying they give us 5 PA days to call in whenever, and then you get 2 weeks of vacation time. But they technically make us use those days
for your absence.
Well, no, for shutdown.
Oh yeah.
So, like, technically what it is like they lay us off. They'll give us a week or 2 off at this point because it's been like a week for the last year or 2 now at this point. It used to be 2 weeks. So they can repair tools and all and so on and so forth. But, like, they'll give us, we get 2 weeks of vacation pay, but they would lay us off for 2 weeks. One of those, we would have to use our vacation. So you didn't actually get 2 weeks of vacation.
You got 1 week for the year. Yeah.
You get an extra week at 10 years in, so you finally get an extra week to take off.
Yeah.
after you've been there for 10 years. So I've been there for 12, so I've only had that. And so, like, at this point, those days have been almost used up just so when I call, like, because I'm cool with my bosses and I actually, like, do my job, like, if I miss a day, they'll use a vacation day instead of charging me an absence.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm at, like, step 4 of 7. Like, bro. Come on. I've been there for 12 years.
It's shitty. And, like, everyone there knows that I know my shit. They know that I will be the person to work. And it's like, it just so happens that, like, I try to power through it. And then it's like, oh, sorry, taking a Friday off. Like,
it's,
you know.
So it's one of those things, too, where, like, because of where I work, too, there's a lot of, there's a lot of people that have FMLA.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of them that have it for definitely bullshit reasons.
Oh, yeah.
And they use it, they abuse the fuck out of it, which is why they've tried making it really, really hard to get, or not get, but keep. There's a whole crazy thing.
Which it could be fixed if we're given an adequate amount of sick days. Like, sure, yes, people will abuse it, but, like, if I'm literally, like you said, oh, I found a comfy spot on my stairs. Like, if I'm literally at that point with a migraine, like, then I will use a sick day. Like, I'm not just going to be like, oh, I went to Ohio for a party and I don't want to come back. Like, I'm not going to do that because that's against my character. Like,
okay. So, like, sorry, I purposely zoned out because I had a thought. So, when you were saying, like, about the fact that, like, you know, when you're on your stairs, I was kind of thinking originally, like, when I was talking about, like, it's hard to express to, like, your boss or someone, like, what's actually going on. Mm. Because, like you said, like, if you call off every Friday, they're going to be like, oh, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Versus, so, Elon Musk has talked about the Neuralink. Mm. And he is working on, basically, essentially it's something you insert in your brain. Right now, the original purpose is to, you know, for people that are paralyzed, let them walk again because they can ignore those synapses that got broken. That kind of stuff. But eventually, it'll be, from what he said on, like, Rogan and so on, when I was listening to him, he was saying you'll be able to communicate without talking. So in my mind, I think, like, as crazy as that's going to be, it will make things like going to work, like, either your excuses are your bullshit excuses will be gone, mm-hmm, or people like you will be able to be like, this is what my vision is, and it's just
take a screenshot
and send it into your boss, and you're like, this is what I'm seeing right now. Do you want me to try and drive? And then they're like, no, stay home. Like,
yeah,
a lot of that, for good or for worse, lying will pretty much just be almost non-existent.
Yeah.
So
there'll be people that could do it. Like, I can definitely do, like, a sick voice where I, like, call in and I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I just...
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Like...
We all could. I mean, you have...
But I will say, my sick voice is fucking hot. Like, when it's actually sick, like... Yeah. I've left a voicemail and, like, HR has come up to me and been like, is that what you sound like when you're sick? And I'm like, yeah, it is. And they're like, oh.
Oops. Sorry for turning you on, Helen.
Not Helen. That's Grandma.
Fuck. I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, like, that's like my generic go-to name is Helen. For some reason, my generic go-to names are just Nordic. So I go to, like, Helen, Olga.
Yeah.
And, like, well, no. It's Helen and Olga. Helen is my first one.
My Helen is not Nordic at all.
Might believe in some of the same gods, but not Nordic.
Not Nordic at all.
Oh, my God. That's funny. Hi, Grandma Helen. You don't watch this.
You don't watch this. Please don't watch this.
Dude. Can you imagine like if your grandma was like, I watch your podcast, you'd be like,
I would grab my keys.
Just run.
Yeah, I'd grab my keys and be like, bye, Grandma. I love you.
And she'd be like, you guys are funny. And be like, what happened?
Put the keys down. What are you talking about? Which one? Give me a timestamp. I need to make a clip.
When did the devil take over your body and tell you to say this? Because this is not what Grandma Helen would say. I met her once. I met her once.
A character. She's fun. I love her, though.
Oh,
she's a
I love her, too. I met her once, and I love her. But goddamn, she would not be caught dead listening to this dumb shit.
No. Like, even my dad was like, yeah, I tried to check it out. Both dads. They were like, yeah, I tried to check it out. Not my cup of tea.
No.
And then, like, I've tested it because we made that one post where we kind of sort of talked shit about my mom a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, my mom doesn't watch this anyway. And then she commented and was like, I watch every episode. In my head, I was like, I watch the analytics, Mom. So I've been looking, and we've said some stuff about her. You don't watch, Mom. You're a liar.
Liar.
This is me trying to con her into watching. Because if she doesn't comment on this episode, I'm going to send her this clip and be like, you said you watch, Mom. What the hell?
What's even funnier is that we're like at the end of the episode. So
I know.
Like she might have watched the first 10 minutes and just... Because that... I'm not going to lie. There's part of me that's really thought of like, should we sit down and bullshit for like 10 minutes and then start podcasting?
Honestly, yeah, I thought about that last time because like we always get really good like halfway through.
Yeah, no one makes it.
But it's also like, you know, like we do callbacks to shit. So it's like if we do that where we sit down for like 10, 15 minutes and bullshit.
But we do it in a way that no one knows the callbacks. We just laugh at our own dumb jokes and they're like, oh, they're just retarded. You're fun. I can't. Retarded's not the word to say anymore.
Yeah, it's a bad word now.
It's a bad word now.
Yeah, my sisters still say it, which has me very confused.
Well, okay, so like, I guess in a weird way, like, so I still listen to Your Mom's House.
Mm.
They will say it, but they obviously like, they say it in a way of like light jest, and the fact that like,
it's like the way we did it in middle school. Like we weren't outright calling something.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So like, I guess in the way like, it's one of those things where like I listen to the podcast and obviously I'm not cool with everything they do, but that's one of those things where they're like, look, there's a certain like the way you're using it, certain things. There's the way you're using it, and then there's also like if you're just saying it, it's not cool. But I was like, I noticed like they'll say it, but they'll say it for like actually crazy shit.
Someone, I went to a birthday party over the weekend, and someone that knows of me, but like I don't hang out with them nearly as often.
So they don't know.
Yeah, but like,
yeah,
I was making some sort of joke, and I was like, yeah, blah blah, like I thought this person like they did something, and I just wanted to turn and be like, and I had someone who's gay say the F word for me, and I was like, yeah, that, but I can't say that, because it's really bad. And then someone who knows of me but doesn't like hang out with me all the time was like, dude, you're gay enough, you can say it. And I'm like,
huh?
Did I just get the F word pass for being like the gayest cis straight man ever? Like, well, is that a thing?
It is that thing of like, I guess like, look, like obviously don't try to say the word, but like if you're gonna say it, like it needs to be a reason where like your gay friends can be like, oh yeah, no, that was a reason to say it.
Like, I remember,
or your sisters would be like, no, I would say that too. But if they can understand the context.
What's ironic
is the problem.
My sisters use that word a lot, and it's fucking hilarious. Like,
they can.
Yeah.
They're allowed.
They're allowed.
They're same thing.
Yeah, they literally.
The rules apply. If you are, you can.
They say it to me, and I'm like,
we're not allowed to say shit. Justifiably.
Like, I'm waiting for the day that one of my sisters like hears someone say it and just goes, "That's our word," and I'm like, she's right.
Like, I only say like retarded when it really comes down to something that's just like obnoxiously stupid.
Yeah.
To a point of like, I don't like. I wouldn't even call retard like what people would say retarded people, especially. I wouldn't even call them. Like, to me, retarded meant like something beyond people with special needs.
That's and back when we used it in middle school, that's how I saw it. Like same with the F word. Like, it wasn't that I was being like, "Yo, that's gay." I was like, "That's fucking dumb, dude." Like,
well, to me, when I saw it, I was like, saying something is retarded was just like. What, like, it's just obviously like beyond like comprehension. Like, why would you think that? But then there's like, I guess like the thing is like I knew people with special needs slightly early on, so like there was a justifiable reason to why they did things. So I didn't think it was that. I was just like, oh, that's just their character. That's them. Yeah. There's special. There's no like I didn't. Like, I was probably, like, 7 or 6. Okay. Realistically, the first mentally handicapped person I ever met was a, like, probably 20-something-year-old person with Down syndrome. Mm. And they showed me their penis. Yes. So, basically, it was one of those things that, like, I don't think my dad was planning to have to try and explain what that was to me. Yeah. But he didn't expect that to be the situation that occurred. Yeah. And it did. So he was like, okay, he basically was just like, look, he's just, you know, he's got a person with, like, he has mental disabilities that make things certain, you know, certain actions, blah, blah, blah. You know, I won't go the whole, he did it the right way. It was just like, look, like, they can't differentiate certain things, you know, just please try to ignore it. Like, it helps that at least that I wasn't a girl. Yeah. And he didn't have to, like, get into the differentiating the sex thing. Because I was a guy, but he was just like, you know, just kind of, I was like, it made sense to me. It was no problem. So ever since then, I didn't even like, the word retarded didn't mean special person. It just meant like, oh, well, that's just like, okay, if they have a disability, they're going to do things that just don't make sense because they don't know. Yeah. Retarded was meant for people that knew what they were doing and did something dumb. Or you thought they knew. Whatever. Yeah. You know?
It was like, it was kind of being like, it was saying you had a lack of common sense. Like, yes. The way I always use it, and I don't anymore because, you know, it's like... Yeah. It isn't PC, and I've been around mentally handicapped people a lot and for a long time.
I use it infrequently.
Yeah, but like the way I used it even back then, like before I really understood what it meant, was like, you are normal. Yeah. But you are so fucking dumb right now. Yes. Like, you're lacking this common sense that a normal person should have. Right. And, like, I understand now why it can be seen as offensive, because it's like you're comparing a normal person to a special needs person, but it's also like you're not insulting the special needs person. Like,
I guess to me it's in the weirdest way. It's like when I've noticed special needs people, like, they legitimately are just like, one, like, they know that they are,
and they usually have a little bit more common sense than common people.
Well, and that's literally that. It's like they'll have more common sense than other people because they know they have a problem. So they'll acknowledge to you that they know they're fucking something up.
I just got dumb. I'm sorry. I'm probably autistic. Because of what we've gone through. But that person last weekend said that I'm allowed to say the F word because I'm gay enough. If I'm autistic enough,
well,
did I unlock two? Well,
here's the thing: is I don't think you're autistic enough.
I don't think I am either.
But you're not. Thank you guys for listening. We love you guys. We're drunk enough. Yeah. Have a good week. We love you guys.
Happy New Year's.
Seriously, Happy New Year's. It's thank you for supporting us. Yeah. Even though our our 1 year is not on New Year's.
Yeah.
We appreciate that you've made it through. Have a good fucking year. Have a good New Year's. I'm 31 today. The day this drops is my 31st birthday.
We're going to title the episode Happy Birthday to Brandon.
No. Because don't acknowledge that. But thank you guys. God damn it. Thank you. I should have waited. Have a great fucking year. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting us. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.